Good morning. Today, what you're going to be working on is FAR-Point copy skills. I have a great book that we're going to look at together as we do that. And to get started, what you're going to need is some regular lined paper, a pencil, and a highlighter. So if the grown-up who's helping today can get their paper so that it has numbers 1 through 5 with some space in between, and use the highlighter to highlight on either side of where you're going to want your child to write. They're probably used to seeing me do that if I'm sending you this video. So one of my favorite things as a child were books that were dictionary books. You can't hardly see it up in this corner right here, but it says Cassie and Lynn. So this was given to my daughter and myself to be able to look through and for her to learn to identify words and start doing some reading. It's an Usborne is the company of the illustrator. And the name of the book is First 100 Words by Avery Amory and Stephen Cartwright. So it's a great book. And we're going to be looking at the first page. So the first page has a lot of things in it that are very common in somebody's house. Now, what's going to be interesting is if I can point at this and point accurately, which I can never do. So we have the little boy playing, right? He stacked some stacking cups. That used to be one of my son's favorite activities. There is a little baby playing. There's the mama who's hanging a picture, and the little girl is holding the picture. Mama has the hammer and the nail. And over here, there's a dog, and look, he's watching a dog on TV. That's so silly. All right, we've got the window and curtains, pictures, and lots of toys. I think that looks like fun. I would like to go and visit them today. So let's pick something along the top line. Now, shows the living room and everything in the living room there at the top. There's daddy, mommy, boy, girl, baby, dog, and cat. So let's pick some words that you might write sometime if you're gonna write a note to somebody in your family. Let's start with daddy and mommy. Now it's kind of hard to copy those words since I can't even hold the book straight. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move to using the board. And you're going to put your pencil up by number 1 and make the D in daddy, the capital D, because it's his name, or we're referring to him by his title or position, whatever you want to call it, daddy, right? So you're going to use a capital D on that line. C up, down for your A. C up, down for your D. If you look closely, there are 2 D's. So on your paper, there should be 2 D's. Little line, big line for the Y. So you take a few minutes and see if you can copy from where I've written it on the board. D-A-D-D-Y. I'm gonna move it a little closer and see if that'll show up a little better. A little bigger for you. D-A-D-D-Y. Now you can double check yourself. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The word daddy has 5 letters in it. And when you get done, I'm going to write my letters on the paper. And then you and your parent helper can count your letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great job. Okay, let's look at our next word. This is one that we might have worked on together. Who is this person? That's the mommy. Mommy. So let me put that one on the board. M. See, all the way around, down, over, over, down, over, over, little line, big line. Mommy. So I'm going to copy that from the board. M, O, M, M, Y. If you need to pause the videotape to finish and catch up, you can do that. So let's count. I'm going to count how many letters are in that word. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 letters. And then we're going to double check yours when you get to that point. So we're going to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great job. Now, one thing that I forgot to talk about is we're going to write 5 words. And then what I'm going to suggest is you take a movement break. What's a movement break? A movement break means you can stop and do jumping jacks or wall push-ups or something fun that gets your blood flowing and gets you moving again and feeling like a kid. And so today we have 3 more words before your movement break. And your movement break can be to run along the edge of the room that you're in and give a high five to that grown-up after you have finished your work. Okay, so not now, not yet, but you are going to get a break in just a few minutes, okay, when we finish your work. So what's another word that you like in the book? Now I like, I bet you might have a dog or you might have a cat at your house. So let's practice those words. Okay, so here is, I'm going to write it on the board first. So this was number 1, this is number 2, this is number 3. Not long till your movement break. Dog. So C, up, down, D. C, all the way around. C, up, down, and turn. Okay. I did that fast. If you need to take time, look at each letter. So I'm going to write it on my paper. D, O, G. I'm going to count the letters. 1, 2, 3. Then I'm going to look at my paper. Let's see how many letters I have. 1, 2, 3. Great job. You got the right number of letters. Okay, 2 more words. Then our movement break. Let's do the other animal in the picture. And look, the cat looked like he was getting ready to jump at the little boy's tower. Does your cat like to knock things over? My cat likes to knock things over. So let's do the word cat. So C-A-T. So we can look at the board and make that letter on your paper. C-A-T. I'm gonna count and make sure I've got the right number of letters. 1, 2, 3. Can't turn my hand right. 1, 2, 3. Okay, here comes. Let's look at your word. Do you have 3 letters? 1, 2, 3. Great job. Okay, last word before your movement break. Let's do boy. Boy. So let's look. Big line, bounce it up and around. See? All the way around. Little line, big line. So let's count how many letters are in that word. Well, we need to write it first. So let's write it. B, big line, bounce it up and around. O, C, all the way around. Y, little line, big line. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3. 3 letters. Now, let's look at your paper. How many letters do you have? 1, 2, 3. Great job. You got them all. Okay. Did we finish our 5 words? Have you finished your 5 words? If not, pause your videotape until you get all 5 words finished. And then not only do you get to run around the room, you get to see Miss Lynn run around the room. Are you ready? You make sure your work is finished. Pause if you need to. Need to move some obstacles. All right. Whoop. Are you ready? Here we go. 1. High five. 2. High five. 3. High five. 4. High five and 5 times around. Yeah, now that's a great movement break. So if you have any other work that you need to complete, you can do that now while you sit and rest. Okay, have a good morning. Thanks.